An absolutely outstanding week for Lamar basketball. The Cards go on the road and put on ice a nagging losing streak, then come home, don't lead a game against a rival until the final 20 seconds of regulation, and put them away in overtime. I'm Greg Kerr along with Lamar head coach Tick Price. Coach, a great week for Lamar basketball. You got rid of that little losing skid you had. Nice win on the road. You come back home and absolute thriller. Good week.
Yeah, it was a good week. It started off, though. We had the ice and the snow and the sleet going to San Antonio, but it seemed like we went in, we were very focused. We had fresh leg, a lot of pop. We did a really good job on the boards. We pretty much dominated the boards, and then we had three guys give dominant performances. Josh and Zecor gave us a double-double again. He's coming pretty regular doing that. I think he had 18 and 12. And Colton Weisbrod had led us in scoring with 26 and 9 rebounds, and then of course Nick Garth gave us 25, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. So we had some guys who were pretty hungry to get to the winner's circle, and they were willing to fight to get there.
Some big punchers in that game. First stop, let's check out Lamar and Incarnate Word in San Antonio. We talked about the weather issues. You left early the day before in the morning to kind of avoid some of the issues, and you guys did not play like you had any sort of bus lag at all, Coach.
No, I think it helped. We got about a 45-minute workout before we got on the bus. Thanks to Greg Bostic, the weatherman.
That's right. There you go.
Made sure, give him a plug. Made sure that we were able to get through the weather. When the weather began to get bad, we were just entering San Antonio. So it was one of those deals where when we traveled, we didn't have any issues. Our guys were fresh, went to bed early. We did the scout, watched some tape, and the next morning we had breakfast, looked at a little tape, went over and got some extra shots up, and we were ready to play when it came 7 o'clock.
Coach, you'd lost 3 in a row going into this game. You'd never won in San Antonio before. When you got off the bus, you spent the day with the players. Did you know what to expect coming into the gym? Were you concerned at all at that point?
Nah, I didn't. Losing to them, I don't know, 3 times, it didn't matter to us. We went in there, this is a new day. Every game is a different riddle to be solved. We knew that they've got a good team. That record doesn't indicate how good they really are. But we knew if we would execute offensively and do a good job with on the defensive end, have some discipline, we'd have a shot to win. And we had guys hit big shots. Of course, the ball's got to go through the hole for you. Nick made some big, nice shots. Colton made some nice shots. I think Josh was very dominant in the paint. It was a total team effort, to be honest with you. Every man that hit the court brought their own value.
And this is a team that's not been playing well, Incarnate Word, so you knew you needed to get on them early, put them away, and not let them hang around.
Yeah, well, that was a big key, how we started, and then closing the deal at the end. But I thought the first 10 minutes was key for us. We were very engaged and very determined. We always tell our players, your thoughts determine what you want, your actions determine what you get. And they were very locked in, very focused. They understand staying in the moment, playing in the moment. We've had some tough lessons to learn, but I think we're growing from those lessons. As we go down the stretch, we're going to have to be resilient, and we've shown that ability to be that in those last 2 games.
And that final score from San Antonio, the Cardinals hang 90 on Incarnate Word, a final of 90-69. It was Lamar's first win in the Alamo City, and a terrific win it was. Lamar improved to 3-3 in conference at that time. Colton Weisbrod scored 26, Nick Garth 25. Josh and Zecor had a double-double. So, congratulations on that one. That was a nice win for you.
Yeah, it was.
All right, time now to talk a little bit of Lamar basketball history. Here's the Howell Furniture trivia question. Coach, I think you'll like this one. We sometimes become obsessed, right, with sports and streaks. Well, this one's pretty impressive. What is the Lamar record for most consecutive home wins?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. But we're going to do addition and subtraction, and we'll come up with the right number.
Absolutely. So stick around for that, because you'll want to know the answer to that one if you don't already. And before we go to break, let's check in now with our Kinsel Toyota social media question of the week. Coach, What did you think of the big win against Sam Houston? That comes from Amanda Danley by Facebook, and she is in Milton, Florida. You have fans all over the place.
Well, I appreciate that question, Amanda. I thought our guys stayed the course. They showed some mental toughness to be able to come back after being down. If there's such a word as stick-to-itness,
yes,
we did have that.
Yeah.
And, our guys showed a lot of character. I was really, really happy for our program, pleased with our second half performance, and real happy for our guys because they worked so hard to pull the game off in overtime. We made some big plays going down the stretch.
All right, when we come back, we'll unveil our Cardinal Player of the Week and also the Southland Conference Player of the Week. And Coach will break down that amazing comeback win over Sam Houston State when the Lamar Basketball Show with head coach Tick Price continues.
Lamar University Basketball with Coach Tick Price. Brought to you by Provost Humphrey Law Firm, ExxonMobil, Kenzel Toyota, Howell Furniture, Bob Wortham, Raymond James Financial, and Susan and Roger McCurry.
This is electricity. This is a power plant. This is Tim Barkholtz.
That's me.
This is something he's researching at ExxonMobil, using fuel cells to capture carbon emissions at power plants.
This is the potential.
Reducing CO2 emissions by up to 90%, while also producing more power.
This could be big.
Energy lives here.
Provost Humphrey has spent over 45 years fighting for those suffering from diseases caused by benzene and related chemicals. Today, we continue those efforts by representing workers in the oil, maritime, and shipping industries.
Companies have known for decades that benzene exposure can cause leukemia, myelodysplastic syndrome, and other blood cancers.
Our firm has the assets, resources, and knowledge to stand head-to-head with industry and get you answers and the justice you deserve.
Provost Humphrey, hard-working lawyers for hard-working people.
Hat maker Vincent Brimble prospered in the town of Hattington. Never flashy, he only made the classic bowler. Then suddenly the day's trend became preposterously tall. His Raymond James financial advisor reminded him that focusing on the long term is always fashionable. The fad was indeed a passing one. His patience paid off, allowing him to one day hang up his hat with confidence. Life well planned. See what a Raymond James advisor can do for you.
Hi, I'm Susan McCurry.
I'm Roger McCurry, and we love our Lamar Cardinals. Show your support for the team this season.
Come join the fun and find out what a great team we have.
Lamar basketball is the best ticket in town, and the LU spirit is fantastic.
Go Cards!
He's a winning basketball coach. She's a winning business owner.
Glad to have you on board.
Howell Furniture is excited to be a sponsor for Lamar basketball.
Together they form a winning team. Lamar men's basketball and Howell Furniture. Two great teams now together.
We work together as a team.
And so do we.
We have layups.
And so do we.
We help our community.
And so do we.
Howell Furniture is a proud sponsor of Lamar basketball.
Go Cards!
We are back with the Lamar Cardinal Basketball Show with head coach Tick Price. And Coach, you win the game in San Antonio, but now you're home for a stretch, I guess, coming really at the right time for you.
Yeah, it's coming at the right time. Travel can be brutal when you go to San Antonio and you're coming back in bad weather. Then you only have 48 hours to prepare for a game. And, you don't know why the kids are mentally, because we got classes starting at the same time. So now they're trying to scramble and get to class schedules, pick up books. It's a cluster of things that they have to take care of. It's basically having discipline to take care of your stuff on the court and off the court. And then you got to prepare for the game, scouting reports, walkthroughs, game preparation. It's quite a bit, but these young men are very focused, and they've done a good job in making sure they carry out what we've asked them to do.
The life of the college student athlete,
Yeah,
right?
it's all about time management.
That's right.
For sure.
Well, Lamar's matchup with conference rival Sam Houston State went from frustration to frenzy. The Cardinals and Bearcats go overtime, and this game was a prime example of proving no game is won in the first half. Sam Houston came in a conference co-leader, Lamar looking to win its second straight. And Coach, is that accurate to say from frustration to frenzy?
Yeah, you can say that. My pregame speech was called NBA, no boys allowed. And so we challenged our guys at halftime to step up. We've always said the most insignificant stat is to score at halftime. You got 20 more minutes, you peck away at it with every possession. I thought our guys did that. They stayed the course, they didn't give up. It's one thing about this team, though. They're going to fight to the end. We just got to make sure that we don't put ourselves in that position. That's a deep hole to pull out of, and sometimes you can come up short if you're not focused enough to come out strong and finish the job at the end.
First 10 minutes, Coach, you had 2 points. You come back, and we're watching now second half action, and it seemed like each player almost took it upon themselves to make a big shot. And that's, I guess, how you come back from an 18-point deficit, right?
Well, you got to make shots, that's for sure. But you also got to make stops. We didn't make the stops that we needed early. We were matching buckets, and we called timeout and said, this is no way to come back. You can't match buckets when you're down. We made some stops going down the stretch, but we can't put ourselves in a position where we climb out that hole, because you don't ever know whether you're going to get the call from the officials, if a free throw going to go in. It's a game of inches, and you got to fight for every inch.
And this is an interesting stretch too, because you can watch this as the score is tallying up right there on the bottom of your screen, just how close and really good down the stretch from a fan standpoint. No, not about you, but from a standpoint of a fan, this was really fun to watch.
It was fun to watch, but I thought that Colton and Josh did a good job in the paint. Zori Bosher knocked down a couple big threes. Nick Goff made some big shots for us. And even having Joy Frenchwood back gave us more of a settling and calmness that we not always have had. And then, of course, I thought Torrey came off the bench going down the stretch and made a big steal, made a big shot. I mean, he stayed, when he was on the bench, he stayed focused. When he came in, he made a contribution, and it was a huge contribution in making that shot. He drove pretty much from the length of the court to make the layup. And
you guys were down 18. You come back, you really thrilled the crowd, and it was a pretty good crowd at the Montaigne Center.
It was.
So it was all good. 84-77, Lamar wins it in overtime to improve their record now to 4-3 in conference. Okay, this is pretty good stuff right here. Time now to name this week's Provost Umphrey Player of the Week and the Southland Conference Player of the Week while we're at it. This one a no-brainer. Junior guard Nick Garth put together outstanding back-to-back games in the wins over Incarnate Word and Sam Houston State. Nick goes for 25 in the win over IW. He also became the 20th Lamar player in history to go over 1,000 career points. Then in the overtime against Sam Houston, Nick goes for a career-high 29 while playing 40 minutes off the bench. Nick Garth, the Provost Umphrey Cardinal Player of the Week, and the Southland Conference's top player as well. Number 3 this year, by the way, Coach.
Yeah, well, Nick has a tendency to go off, sometimes, especially when he's hitting his shot.
Yeah.
And when he's hitting his shot, he's one of the most prolific shooters in the Southland Conference. But glad to see him get that honor. Glad to see our program is getting recognized.
And Josh and Zecor and Colton Weiss brought the other players to garner Southland Conference honors. All right, now let's check in with our Southland Conference standings. It's a two-way lead at the top with Nichols and Southeastern Louisiana, SFA right there, and Lamar moves up a couple of spots, improving to 4-3, Coach. So it looks like it's going to be a fight to the finish, to use the old Popeye cliche.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot of parity in the conference. On any given night, a team can get beat. Everybody's fighting for the prize, and of course, it's going to be a really good game. The next couple games coming up.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Well, next on Lamar Basketball with Tick Price, we'll chat with our Player of the Week, Nick Garth.
I'm Bob Wortham, your district attorney and a Lamar graduate. Basketball and law enforcement have a lot in common. To have a winning basketball program, all players must work together. To have a safe and successful community, all citizens must work with law enforcement. If you witness a crime, report your facts immediately. If you receive a jury summons, don't look for a way out. Take the opportunity to serve. Let your voice be heard. Let's all work together for a safe Jefferson County.
Hey Lamar basketball fans, how would you like a free car wash? When the Cardinals win this week, you also win. Bring your ticket stub from a winning game to Kensal Toyota before the Cardinals' next home game and receive a free car wash. When the Cardinals win this week, you win a free car wash from Kensal Toyota, a proud supporter of Lamar basketball. Kensal Toyota and Lamar basketball, a winning combination. Let's go Cardinals.
Two powerful teams are now one. Lamar men's basketball and Howell Furniture, a winning combination. Howell Furniture is a proud sponsor of Lamar University basketball with Coach Tick Price. Go Cards!
All right, joining us now is junior guard Nick Garth out of Houston, Texas. Nick, thanks for being here tonight. Huh?
Thanks for having me.
Well, you had a huge week. Had to feel good, huh?
Yes, sir.
Now, you had struggled a little bit shooting the basketball, and then you come up with a 25-point game and a 29-point game. What made the difference?
Just my coaches giving me the confidence, drawing up plays for me, getting in the gym. We have a 200 club. We try to get 200 shots up on our off days and after practice. So that just really it helped me in the game.
I know you study your shot, and you have great form. Was there anything missing in your mechanics, or what do you think it was? Concentration? What do you think?
Mostly mental. Just telling myself the next one's going in, and getting my feet set, and just having the right body, having my body in the right position to be ready to shoot.
I have to tell you that I was sitting courtside when you guys played Southern University out of New Orleans, and you canned about 5 in a row, and I was just like laughing.
Yeah.
Because I knew you a little bit, and I'm thinking, I wonder what's going through his head right now, because he's just draining shots from all over the place, and I got a big kick out of that. You get in that that groove and that zone, that shooting zone. What's that feel like? Do you even know?
Yeah, I know when I hit a couple. The basket is like as big as it can get, and I just shoot it and it goes in.
Does it help at all to get a layup first to kind of get you on track?
Yeah, it helps to see the ball go in, but I'm a shooter, so.
That's right. Now, there's a vicious rumor going around that coach gives you the green light regardless. Is that true?
It's not even, it's like neon.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, but he has trust in me.
Right. And that's got to make you feel more confident to know that, you know, if you take a shot, you're not necessarily going to get yanked out of the game, right?
Oh, yes. It feels good to know that my teammates trust me and my coaching staff trust me.
So is this, you had a good high school career in Houston. Is this your best stretch of 2 straight games that you can recall?
Oh, no. In high school, I had a lot of 20-plus games put together, but it's high school, so.
Yeah. Now it's Division I basketball.
Yeah, it's a little harder.
Yeah. Did you find playing Sam Houston State, were they talking any kind of noise to you at all the other day? Because it seemed like that game was a little chippy.
Yeah, they were a little talkative, but we tried not to get into that. We just wanted to stay the course and win the game.
That's right. Discipline is what it's all about, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, Nick, congratulations on your Southland Conference Player of the Week honors.
Thank you.
Keep shooting the rock.
Yes, sir.
All right, when we come back in the hot seat, we'll go one-on-one with Lamar Center Josh Nzikor. You're watching the Lamar Cardinal Basketball Show with Tick Price.
Hat maker Vincent Brimble prospered in the town of Hattington. Never flashy, he only made the classic bowler. Then suddenly the day's trend became preposterously tall. His Raymond James financial advisor reminded him that focusing on the long term is always fashionable. The fad was indeed a passing one. His patience paid off, allowing him to one day hang up his hat with confidence. Life well planned. See what a Raymond James advisor can do for you.
Hi, I'm Susan McCurry.
I'm Roger McCurry, and we love our Lamar Cardinals. Show your support for the team this season.
Come join the fun and find out what a great team we have.
Lamar basketball is the best ticket in town, and the LU spirit is fantastic.
Go Cards!
He's a winning basketball coach. She's a winning business owner.
Glad to have you on board.
Howell Furniture is excited to be a sponsor for Lamar basketball.
Together they form a winning team. Lamar men's basketball and Howell Furniture. Two great teams now together.
We work together as a team.
And so do we.
We have layups.
And so do we.
We help our community.
And so do we.
Howell Furniture is a proud sponsor of Lamar basketball.
Go Cards!
Hey, Lamar basketball fans, how would you like a free car wash? When the Cardinals win this week, you also win. Bring your ticket stub from a winning game to Kinsel Toyota before the Cardinals' next home game and receive a free car wash. When the Cardinals win this week, you win a free car wash from Kinsel Toyota, a proud supporter of Lamar basketball. Kinsel Toyota and Lamar basketball, a winning combination. Let's go Cardinals.
All right, we're going to check in now with Josh Nzikor. He's a junior post player out of Mesquite. Josh, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
The Mesquite High School Skeeters.
Yep.
And then you moved down to Beaumont, where we have a lot of Skeeters here.
Yes,
Odd,
sir.
huh?
Yes, sir. I don't like the Skeeters, but yeah.
Okay, I don't like the Skeeters either, but hey, we got to deal with it. Josh, I got to say, I've enjoyed watching you play because having watched you since you were a freshman to where you are now, 2.5 years later, the improvement that you've made, what was the driving force behind your improvement now that you have become, we watched you go from one end of the court to the other day and lay the ball in. You couldn't have done that 2 years ago.
Yeah.
What has been the difference with you?
I think the past 2 summers since I've been here, I just made an effort to get in the gym every summer and work on whatever my weaknesses have been, whether it's shooting free throws. I'm still working on that, but I mean, this past summer I made an effort to do a lot of hook shots, work on my post moves, get my footwork better, because I know that being able to do those moves can take a load off Colton Weisbrod and, even the guards. They won't be able to double team as much. I can kick it back outside, yeah.
So have you been playing during the summertime? Has that made a big difference for you at all?
Yeah, I played a lot during the summertime with some pros and some other college players. I'll do a lot of open gyms. I feel like that helped my game a lot.
Having grown up in Dallas, is that something you would like to do in the future? Maybe go back to Big D once your playing days are over? Is that an inspiration for you?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going back to Dallas, but I mean, I also wouldn't mind going to Houston, anywhere really, just wherever opportunity is, I'll take it.
What are you majoring in?
Business management. I'm minoring in marketing.
What would you like to do with that?
Going to the sports marketing field. Get into that field, I'd like to do that.
All right. What has been one of your favorite moments in the 2.5 years you've been putting on that Cardinal uniform?
Favorite moments? Actually, that last game, I feel like it was an ESPN instant classic of, if you would say. I like that game a lot. I feel like that was one of the most exciting games I played in since I got here.
And it seems like you made some key free throws down the stretch there as well, so that had to be a huge confidence builder. You say you've been working on your free throws, and you know the old saying, free throws win games, right?
Yep, I was struggling early in the first half, but in the second half I was able to find my rhythm and hit a few down the stretch.
It's interesting, you guys, when you struggle a little bit, you come back and you show how poised this team can be. What about the rest of the season? How do you feel about it?
I feel like, we won these 2 games. And this is the best time to get hot right now, going into the conference tournament in March. I feel like if we can string something together right now, we should be pretty good.
All right, Josh, thank you so much. Continued good luck. Keep shooting it.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Josh. When we come back, we'll take our final time out, but on the other side of the break, we answer our trivia question and preview upcoming Lamar games.
This is electricity. This is a power plant. This is Tim Barkholtz.
That's me.
This is something he's researching at ExxonMobil, using fuel cells to capture carbon emissions at power plants.
This is the potential.
Reducing CO2 emissions by up to 90%, while also producing more power.
This could be big.
Energy lives here.
Provost Humphrey has spent over 45 years fighting for those suffering from diseases caused by benzene and related chemicals. Today, we continue those efforts by representing workers in the oil, maritime, and shipping industries.
Companies have known for decades that benzene exposure can cause leukemia, myelodysplastic syndrome, and other blood cancers.
Our firm has the assets, resources, and knowledge to stand head-to-head with industry and get you answers and the justice you deserve.
Provost Humphrey, hard-working lawyers for hard-working people.
Hey Lamar basketball fans, how would you like a free car wash? When the Cardinals win this week, you also win. Bring your ticket stub from a winning game to Kinsel Toyota before the Cardinals' next home game and receive a free car wash. When the Cardinals win this week, you win a free car wash from Kinsel Toyota, a proud supporter of Lamar basketball. Kinsel Toyota and Lamar basketball, a winning combination. Let's go Cardinals.
Hi, I'm Susan McCurry.
I'm Roger McCurry, and we love our Lamar Cardinals. Show your support for the team this season.
Come join the fun and find out what a great team we have.
Lamar basketball is the best ticket in town, and the LU spirit is fantastic.
Go Cards!
All right, Coach, time now to answer the Howell's Furniture trivia question. You thought about this, haven't you?
Yeah, given a lot of thought.
Do you know the answer?
I think it was...
All right, let's hold on. Let's do the question for what record for most consecutive home wins for a Cardinal basketball team. It happened from 1978 through 1984, Coach.
Wow, I think y'all are trying to trick me on this one. No, you might have got me this
consecutive
time.
home wins, yeah.
I would say 28.
No, show this, because it's nuts. 80 consecutive home wins from 78 through 84. It went from McDonald Gym over to the Beaumont Civic Center where they played. Mm-hmm. And I'm not sure, but I think it was Karl Malone's Louisiana Tech team that snapped the streak.
Wow.
Which I also believe is about 7th longest in the history of college basketball.
Yeah, well, that's a pretty good streak.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, our women's basketball team has a pretty good home streak going right now. I do want to give a shout out to Chastity Barr, who also got the Women's Southland Conference Player of the Week as well.
What's crazy about her, she's had a steal in 78 consecutive games.
Yeah, she's doing
every game she's ever played in.
Coach Harmon is doing a great job with her program.
Yeah, basketball's good right now at Lamar.
Yeah.
All right, Coach, we're out of time. Just like that. Get out and support the club. They're playing at the Montaigne Center 4:30 later today against Cross River rival McNeese.
Oh, right. Yeah, that would be a very tough game. They're playing well right now. They're hot.
Let's get it done.
Let's see what we've got going.
All right, for head coach Tick Price, I'm Greg Kerr. We say peck 'em.
Lamar University basketball with Coach Tick Price. Brought to you by Provost Humphrey Law Firm, ExxonMobil, Kenzel Toyota, Howell Furniture, Bob Wortham, Raymond James Financial, and Susan and Roger McCurry.